So the DJI ban is coming up very quickly unless something crazy happens to stop it, which doesn't look like is going to happen. It will go into effect in less than 3 weeks from when I'm shooting this video on December 23, 2025. And there's a ton of stuff going around on the internet about it. Some people are saying that only new drones will be banned. Some people are saying that all DJI drones are getting banned. Some that it'll be illegal to fly drones that you already own. Some people are saying there's no DJI ban at all. It's just a big bunch of confusion all over the internet. So I decided I needed to make a video breaking down what actually is and is not happening and get the information directly from the FCC documents and legislation, not from some random hearsay on the internet. And then I'm going to break down exactly what all of this DJI ban stuff means for you practically as a drone pilot in the US. So first off, what are we actually talking about when we say DJI ban? So in December of last year, Congress passed the NDAA 2025, stands for the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2025. This is something that happens every year. It's just a standard thing that gives funding to the military, etc. for the next year. But as often happens, they slipped in a totally unrelated thing, which in this case happened to be a ban on DJI products. On page 138 of this bill, you'll find that, in short, DJI, and actually Autel as well, a lot of people think it's just DJI, they don't realize it's also hitting Autel. Both of these companies are subject to an audit by a national security agency, and unless some national security agency like the FBI, NSA, DHS, something like that, decides to do this audit and concludes that they present no risk to national security before December 23, 2025, they will be added to the FCC's covered entities list. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the FCC covered list? This is basically a list of companies and equipment that are determined to pose an unacceptable risk to national security by the FCC. And being on that list basically means that a company can't get FCC authorizations for new devices. So in this case, DJI wouldn't be able to launch new drones in the US. Now, does DJI actually pose a threat to national security? Probably not. This is a whole other rant I could go on for a long time, but just to touch on it briefly, I can totally see restricting government agencies from using it for critical missions, which has actually already been the case for quite a while. I can definitely see how it could be a risk to be using drones made by an unfriendly country for things that are essential to national security, using them in law enforcement, in the military, and things like that. Totally makes sense. But for the average consumer drone user, a drone hobbyist, or business owner who's shooting real estate, mapping construction sites, shooting cinematic stuff, doing 3D models, for all of that, there's basically no way that using a DJI drone can pose a national security risk. Literally almost any other electronic device that's made in China, which is basically all of them, poses more of a threat to gather sensitive information than DJI drones. And from what I understand, the underlying thing behind all these DJI bans is not actually true national security concerns. This is allegedly, don't sue me, but seems like the whole reason for the DJI ban is lobbying from Skydio, maybe some other companies as well, that's designed to eliminate their competition, which is kind of crazy given that these companies don't even make consumer drones anymore. They only serve enterprise and government markets. Anyway, all that aside of why this ban is happening, going back to the NDAA bill, DJI will be added to the covered list if no national security agency decides to perform an audit. And no agency has decided to perform this audit, and probably no agency ever will. And just the way this entire bill is set up, it seems like it was basically written to ensure that DJI would get banned. It was set up so that DJI would be automatically banned if no agency decided to take up reviewing their safety, which basically makes it so that an agency like the FBI or NSA or DHS would have to come out and basically put their stamp of approval on DJI and say that they're not a national security risk, which they're probably quite unlikely to do, as a bunch of people would be mad at them for supporting a Chinese company, blah, 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 whatever. Versus if they were actually concerned about national security, they would have just required a specific agency to do the audit and then only ban DJI and Autel if they did find them to be a threat. So all that to say, unless something crazy happens, come December 23, 2025, DJI is going to be added to the covered list and won't be able to get FCC authorizations for new products, which means that they won't be able to release any new drones, cameras, etc., anything that uses a radio or Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in the US from then on. So that was the initial bill. It was only going to impact new drone models. Anything that had been launched before December 23 would still be able to be sold and still be able to be used. Now, even currently, as you probably know, there are some import issues, but at this point you can just order a drone from outside the US, from South Korea or Canada, and there's not really too much of an issue. But as of October 2025, currently registered drone models aren't entirely safe either. Now, pretty soon you might not be able to get any DJI drones at all, but whatever kind of drone you have or will be able to get in the future, you can still get amazing shots with it if you have the right skills. So that's why I put together a completely free 45-minute drone filmmaking training where I share my top 10 secrets to creating cinematic drone videos. And link to that is down in the description. Go check it out if you want to get better drone shots. So on October 28, 2025, just about a month ago, the FCC voted 3-0 to grant itself the authority to prohibit the importation, marketing, or sale of previously authorized devices that are on the covered list. Now, what does this mean practically? This basically means that the FCC can pull the authorizations, actually not technically fully pull the authorizations, but somehow prevent their import and sale of devices that have previously been granted licenses, which for drones means that DJI drone models authorized before December 23 aren't entirely safe. Now, there's a couple super important things to note here. First of all, this FCC ruling does not specifically reference DJI anywhere at all. What it does reference is Chinese tech and telecom companies like Huawei that are already on the FCC covered list. So we don't even know for sure that they will use this on DJI, but the government usually doesn't give itself power and then not use it. So my guess is they probably will use it on DJI when DJI gets on the covered list, but we don't know for sure. And the second thing that's important to point out is that a lot of people think that drones that you currently own will become illegal to operate on December 23, but that is simply not the case. A lot of people are super confused about this. The FCC is actually very clear in their notice of proposed rulemaking fact sheet that currently owned devices will not be affected. So if you have a DJI drone right now, you're good to go. Right in the introduction to the fact sheet, it says the rule will provide a procedure to limit previously granted authorizations of covered equipment to prohibit the continued importation and marketing of such equipment without limiting continued operation or use. And on page 30, it says, moreover, we emphasize that we are currently not requiring manufacturers to replace equipment in the hands of consumers. And on page 27, the continued use of such equipment that is already in the hands of users would remain authorized. So any DJI drones that you currently have are safe. You will still be able to keep flying them and using them as normal. They won't suddenly magically become illegal. But what could happen is that currently FCC registered models, like for example the Mini 4 Pro or the Air 3S or the Avata 2, might be banned from being sold and might become very hard to obtain. And if you appreciate getting the actual facts about the DJI ban from the original sources, it would be awesome if you'd go down and click on the subscribe button. We're on the final stretch to 50,000 subscribers, so every single subscriber is appreciated, and I'll be keeping you updated on the DJI ban as things progress, so you'll probably want to see those videos as well. So go right down below the video and hit subscribe. So what exactly does all of this actually mean for you practically as a drone pilot? Well, first of all, any DJI drone or any other DJI product that you have right now is completely fine. It will still be just as legal to fly after the DJI ban goes into effect as it is right now. And in my opinion, there's very little risk of that changing. I'll get to more on that in just a minute. But if you own a drone right now or purchase a drone right now, it will continue to be legal to use. The second thing this means is that you won't be able to legally fly or use any new drones or any other products that DJI comes out with after December 23 because they won't be FCC certified. And it's illegal to use things that aren't FCC certified. It's not fun, I know, but it is what it is. And the third thing this means is possibly, and I personally think more likely than not, the FCC will move to restrict the marketing and sales of currently registered DJI products, like for example the Mini 5 Pro. This will mean that they won't be available from US retailers, which they already mostly aren't, but it will get even worse. You won't be able to get them on Amazon, etc. Now, will you be able to get them in from outside the US? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of still will be able to, although I don't know how legal or illegal it would be. I think there's a good chance that they won't have the bandwidth to shut down every single eBay seller from South Korea or whatever, so you might still be able to get them, but we don't really know. And DJI O4 cameras that are already in FPV drones will probably still be able to get into the US just fine, because they'll just be labeled at customs as an FPV drone, not necessarily as DJI, so good chance they'll still be able to get in regardless. So those are the main things that we know about what will happen with this DJI ban. Now, a lot of people have been saying, John, what about this? What about that? Could this happen? Could that happen? And honestly, I don't know. There's no way to know for sure. But I will give you my best informed guesses on a few of those things. First of all, I've seen a lot of comments saying, couldn't the FCC decide to ban currently owned DJI drones from being used as well? And yes, they theoretically could. They could do anything, but I highly doubt that they'll do that. To take away devices that consumers already own is a whole process with a public comment period and whole big thing. It's a lot more complicated legally to take away some kind of a device that you already own than to just ban the sale of new devices, and they would probably also get way more pushback and a lot less compliance if they tried to make drones that you already own illegal to use. And on top of this, the FCC, as far as I'm aware, has never in the past made consumer devices like this retroactively illegal on any kind of large scale. Add to that the fact that they are specifically stating that any kind of retroactive ban does not mean that devices you have are going to become illegal, and I think it's highly unlikely that drones that you currently have will be banned. I've also seen a lot of people asking about the FAA banning you from registering DJI drones, or wondering if you won't be able to fly these drones under Part 107 commercially. And I think that's even more unlikely to happen. All the actions that have been taken against DJI so far have been under a national security justification related to communications and the FCC, not under any kind of FAA, airspace, flight safety, etc. justification. So I highly doubt that they're going to go through a whole entirely separate rulemaking process with the FAA, separate notices of proposed rulemaking, separate everything, to try to duplicate their drone ban via the FAA as well as the FCC. It seems like the main goal of this drone ban is to eliminate competition for certain companies, and preventing the sale of new devices effectively does that, so I doubt that they will waste the energy to try to go beyond that and take away currently owned devices. Another thing I've gotten a ton of questions on is, will DJI somehow brick their drones or remove access to be able to log into the Fly app so that you can't use the drone or something like that? And again, I think this is extremely unlikely. Unless the FCC somehow forces them to not offer any services to US users, which I also doubt will happen, I can't see why DJI would do this. The only thing bricking your drones could possibly do is give DJI a terrible reputation. And if the rules change again at some point, let's say in 5 years, and DJI is again allowed back into the US, they don't want to have burned all of their customers, the entire drone community, and never have any possibility of doing business in the US again. There's really no benefit I can see for DJI to prevent you from using their products. And if the FCC does force them in some way to not provide online services in the US, which again, I doubt will happen, you can always use a VPN to download firmware or whatever from another country, from Canada, etc. Or you can just disconnect your RC2 or any remote that doesn't use a phone connected to it and just fly the drone without ever connecting it to the internet. So what should you do right now as a drone pilot? If you want to get a DJI drone, now is probably a good time to do it, because they're only going to get harder to obtain over time. If you have a DJI drone, you're probably going to want to hold on to it, because it's going to keep working and probably will only get more valuable as they get more scarce, until they become completely outdated or until a good replacement pops up. But I don't think a good replacement is going to be coming for quite a while. So there you have what the DJI ban actually is and isn't, and what it means for you as a drone pilot. It's definitely not ideal for us drone pilots, but it's where we're at this point, and so you just kind of got to deal with it. And I'm probably going to make another video answering more of your specific questions about the DJI Ban, so if you have a question, put it down in the comments of this video. If you found this video useful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos just like this. Oh, and also you can click right here to watch a video on how to get better shots with your drone.